It's a raccoon with a talk show slinging culture facts you might not know. From the biggest flops to the greatest hits, this is Trash Can Tidbits.
Hi everyone, I'm your host for Trash Can Tidbits, Beaton, and welcome back to the show. Last week I asked the question, which fictional country is the Pink Panther diamond from? The answer is Lugash. The diamond itself only shows up in about 6 of the 11 films of the overall Pink Panther series, yet the country itself is only featured in a few of them. The country Lugash is a combination of several countries such as Egypt, India, and Afghanistan. It's more prominent in the previously mentioned The Return of the Pink Panther. All of the films in the series, except for A Shot in the Dark and Inspector Clouseau, contain the diamond's name, even though it's not been a part of the plot in most of them. Now with that addressed, let's get started with fact number 1. Did you know that the video game Journey was the first video game soundtrack to be nominated for a Grammy? However, there is one video game piece that did win a Grammy. The theme from the game Civilization IV, Baba Yetu, written by Christopher Tin, won the award for Best Instrumental Arrangement Accompanying Vocalist at the 53rd Annual Grammy Awards, making it the first track from a video game to win the award. Journey, however, is the first video game soundtrack to be nominated for Best Score Soundtrack for Visual Media, but it lost to Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross's soundtrack for The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Fact 2. Did you know that the voice of Cogsworth in Beauty and the Beast also played the narrator in the film's prologue? The late, great David Ogden Stiers was a Disney and voice acting regular and played 2 distinctive characters in Beauty and the Beast. Even listening to the prologue now at first glance, you wouldn't know that the voice also belongs to Cogsworth. Stiers' narration was also used for the Broadway version of Beauty and the Beast, and he would also go on to provide similar voices for the deep-voiced villain Ratcliffe and his high-pitched servant Wiggins in Pocahontas. Fact 3. Did you know that despite Tina Turner herself doing the singing voice for Angela Bassett in the biopic What's Love Got to Do With It, Bassett herself does a little bit of singing in the film. By the actress's own admission, she isn't much of a singer, but for the spoken introduction for the song Proud Mary, there is a moment where she does sing, "And we're rolling, rolling, rolling on a river." All that introduction was done by Bassett herself, and the rest was done by Turner. Fact 4. Did you know that the Ubisoft franchises Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs takes place in the same universe? In the first Watch Dogs, there is a mission where the player is tasked with killing a man named Olivier Garneau. In Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Garneau is the CEO of the series' primary antagonist organization, Abstergo Industries. It's revealed in that game that he disappeared, and that Abstergo's security has been breached by the assassins. Finally, in Assassin's Creed Origins, Watch Dogs protagonist Aiden Pierce is shown on CCTV footage killing Garneau. Fact 5. Did you know that the appearance of Ellie from The Last of Us was modeled at first after actor Elliot Page? This was pointed out to the developers after the first trailer for the game was announced. Contrary to popular belief, Page did not threaten to sue Naughty Dog for the likeness, but the developers still went back and changed Ellie's look. Elliot Page would also go on to star in his own video game released the same year in 2013, Beyond Two Souls. Fact 6. Did you know that legendary stage actor Sir Rex Harrison was one of the very first actors to be fitted with a wireless microphone for a film? When it became apparent that Harrison was going to reprise his award-winning stage role of Professor Henry Higgins for the film My Fair Lady, he refused to lip-sync to the songs. So, a wireless mic, one of the first of its kind, was fitted behind his tie so that he could do his singing live. Everyone else in the cast is lip-syncing. Wireless lapel microphones have now become the standard for broadcasting. Fact 7. Did you know that Kobe Bryant could have been in a Spike Lee movie? Kobe was considered to play the main character of Jesus Shuttlesworth, a hot basketball prospect in Lee's film He Got Game, which starred Denzel Washington as his father. Unfortunately, Kobe had a strict training regimen in place for the 1998 NBA season, considering he had just finished his rookie year the previous season. He would not have had time to train and make the movie at the same time, so Spike Lee cast Ray Allen, who would go on to have a successful NBA career himself. Allen's performance was praised upon the film's release. I sometimes wonder, though, how the film would have been if Kobe had played the part. We miss you, Kobe. Fact 8. Did you know that martial arts actor Robin Shou has appeared in 3 movies that are based on video games, specifically fighting games? His best-known role is of Liu Kang in the Mortal Kombat movie. He also appeared as Gen in Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li, and also as a pirate in DOA Dead or Alive. I think, though, we can ignore all those other movies and just cite Liu Kang as his best role, though there is also Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Nah, I'm not going to talk about that movie either. Fact 9. Did you know that the character of Sandy in Grease was changed accordingly when Olivia Newton-John played her in the film? In the play, Sandy is an all-American girl and her last name is Dombrowski. For the film, they changed her nationality because Newton-John couldn't do an American accent, so they made her Australian and changed her last name to Olsen. Furthermore, when Julianne Hough played Sandy in the Fox TV special Grease Live, they made her American, but changed her last name to Young. Fact 10. Sticking with Grease for this final fact, did you know that Jeff Conaway, who played Kinnicky in the film, had a long history with the stage musical? He had played all the main characters from the T-Birds in the Broadway show, except for Kinnicky, which he finally got to play in the movie. In the show, Kinnicky is also the one who sings Grease Lightning, but the filmmakers wanted John Travolta to sing it because he had the star power. Conaway refused at first, but he relented. Another fun fact, too, is that Rizzo's hickeys from Kinnicky were real. Jeff Conaway himself planted them on Stockard Channing's neck. And here's this week's trivia question. Andy Serkis is best known as the father of motion capture performance in such films as The Lord of the Rings, King Kong, the Planet of the Apes reboot, and the video game Enslaved: Odyssey to the West. His first claim to fame was as playing Gollum in The Lord of the Rings, where he gave a terrifying yet surprising sympathetic performance to the mysterious creature consumed by the power of the One Ring. For The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, one scene called for Serkis to jump into a river and catch a fish. My question to you is, true or false? Andy Serkis jumped into a studio set lake to catch a fish in The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. And there we go for this week. I hope you enjoyed this list and stay tuned for more fun. Please continue to like, subscribe, share, and ring the bell for future video notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.